Let's discuss inequalities. So in here, we will learn how to solve graph and give interval notation for the solution to linear inequalities. So when we have an equation such as x equals 5, then we have a specific value for our variable. So that means the value of our x is just equal to 5 and nothing more, nothing less. But with inequalities, we will give a range of values for our variable. So to do this, we will not use equals, but one of the following symbols. Say we use this symbol, read as greater than, and this one is read as greater than or equal to. Then this one read as less than. Then this one less than or equal to. So if we have an expression such as x less than 5, so this means that our variable x here can be any number smaller than 5, such as it can be 4, 0, -2, or even 4.9999 and so on, as long as it is smaller than 5. So if we have an expression such as x greater than or equal to -3, so this means that our variable x can be any number greater than or equal to -3. So what are those numbers greater than or equal to -3? So it can be -3 because it says equal, 0, 1, or 5. Okay, so because we don't have one set value for a variable, it is often useful to draw a picture of the solutions to the inequality on a number line. So we will draw a number line. And then we will start from the value in the problem and then bold the lower part of the number line if the variable is smaller than the number, and bold the upper part of the number line if the variable is larger. So if the variable is larger, then we go that way, but if the variable is lesser, then we go that way, to the left. The value itself we will mark with brackets, either this one for less or greater than respectively, and or this one for less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to respectively. So once the graph is drawn, we can quickly convert the graph into what is called interval notation. So in interval notation gives two numbers. The first is the smallest value. The second is the largest value. So we can put our interval notation inside our brackets. Okay, so we use this if our values are open, like we only have values greater than or less than. But if we have values greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, then we use this one. So if there is no largest value, we can use infinity, or just simply positive infinity. If there is no smallest value, then we can use negative infinity. So we use either positive or negative infinity. Okay, let's try some examples here. Okay, what if we're given x less than 2? So let's try to graph this inequality and give the interval notation. So let's try to graph that. Okay, this is our number line. Okay, let's just be. I hope that one is straight. Oh no. Okay. So this is our number line. And then we will graph x less than 2. So let's draw some numbers here. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1, -2, -3, and so on. So the given problem here is x less than 2. That means all of the numbers less than 2. It doesn't have an equal sign, so that means 2 is open. So we can graph this as this one. Let's use another, say, okay, blue. So less than going to the left. So this is 2. So all of the numbers to the left, and then this is our bracket. Okay, so this is our graph for x less than 2. Now we can write the interval notation for this. Since it doesn't have an equal sign, so we can just use this bracket here. Okay, so 2, the maximum number, and then -infinity. Okay, because it doesn't have any smaller number. Okay, let's try another problem here. Okay. So how about if we're given y greater than or equal to -1? Okay, let's draw that on the number line. Okay, so graph greater than or equal to -1. So it would be, these are 0, -1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it includes -1. So everything, all of the numbers greater than -1 and equal to -1. So our graph would look like this. We draw an arrow going to the right to positive infinity, and then our bracket here. Here, -1. Sorry about that. So here, this one is included. So therefore, our interval notation that includes -1 will be this bracket to positive infinity. So this is open. Okay, so let's try solving some inequalities and give the interval notation. So let's say for given this problem, 5 minus 2x greater than or equal to 11. So we just have to solve for x here first. We simplify. We can subtract 5 from both sides. So that would become -2x, because this cancels out. -2x greater than or equal to 11 minus 5, that is 6. And then we divide both sides by -2. Okay, this cancels out. So whenever we divide negative numbers to inequalities, we flip the sign. We flip the inequality symbol. So in this case, our original inequality symbol is greater than. So we flip it to less than. So this would become 6 divided by -2. So this would become x less than or equal to -3. And now we can graph this. So we draw this inequality on a number line. Okay, let's say this is our number line here. Okay, so that is x less than or equal to -3. So it has an equal sign. That means -3 is included in our interval notation and in the graph. And we will use the square bracket. So let's say this is 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. So less than -3, so all of the numbers lesser than -3. So our graph would look like this. Okay, and then 3 is included. So we draw our brackets here facing to the left. So we can write our interval notation as, okay, -∞, then -3. So we use the square bracket for -3 because -3 is included, and then open on the left side for -∞. Okay, let's try another problem here. Okay, what if we're given this problem? 3 times 2x minus 4 plus 4x less than 4 times 3x minus 7 plus 8. So the first thing we do is we simplify everything. We simplify those expressions that are inside our brackets, parentheses. So we distribute 3 here as well as 4 here. So this would be 3 times 2x. This would be equal to 6x minus 12 plus 4x less than 12x minus 28 plus 8. And then we group like terms. 6x and 4x here. This is 6x plus 4x is 10x minus 12 less than 12x. We copy that because that's alone. The -28 plus 8, that is -20. And then we can subtract 10x from both sides. So this cancels out. So we're left with -12 less than 2x minus 20. Then we add 20 to both sides. This cancels out. So we have 8 less than 2x. Then we can divide both sides by 2. So our x is greater than 4. This is 4 less than x, so x is greater than 4. And now we can draw x greater than 4 on a number line. So let's draw our number line here. Okay. Okay. So x greater than 4. So let's say this is 0, -1, -2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't have an equal sign, so that means we use the open bracket. Okay, and 4 is not included, so our graph would look like this. 4 is included. Okay, and then going to the right, because it's greater than 4, so positive. Therefore, our interval notation for this one, this expression here, inequality, is just for to positive infinity. So it's open to the left and to the right.